Hello guys, so this is kind of another one of my game discussion videos. I'm really excited about this one. So, in one of my recent Knockout Tour videos that I recorded, whichever comes first, I brought up the topic of Mario Kart World's costumes and how when they were first announced, I was a little disappointed that they weren't references. Now, I think the table for original costumes is good, and I think it's good to, not just always rely on the past. But me personally, I've always been a sucker more for costumes that were references over original designs. And that got me thinking, what if actually instead of these original designs, mixed in with a few references, they were all references from past games or artwork or anything like that? And as much as I would love to get into every single character in this video, where I am now, I only really have Mario solidified. So I was thinking more of, hey, what if we kept doing like almost mini videos of each one, discussing each character? Then that'd also give me a fun video discussing some that could be added or discussing some characters that don't have one. So I thought, let's start with Mario. We'll start with like Luigi and keep going from there. So Mario has 10 costumes, and some are references, but you'll see quickly that I'm going to change most of them or modify them in some way. So this is going to go in no particular order of replacing the outfits. You'll just see like first slot, second slot, depending on how it's lined up. So first slot obviously is going to be Mario's basic outfit, and the second slot I decided to give to Western Mario. Not only is it good in my opinion to have some Mario Party rep, but I also think this is Mario's most iconic Mario Party 2 outfit, as it's the main outfit he's wearing on the box art, and also it was the costume in Odyssey. Now, if we're going on which design I prefer, I think a mashup of Mario Party 2's design with Mario Odyssey's design is perfect. Mainly because Mario's hat is way more interesting, I think, just by having his emblem for Mario Party 2. But also, he only has really a bandana on the strap in Mario Party 2. As much as it would be fun to have one concrete design, I think both have qualities I'd like to see in one design that could still be a reference to Mario Party 2. But I guess you could also say reference to Odyssey. Anyway, that's my second slot. Third slot. On the picture you can see it's Mario in his Famicom outfit. And I actually think this one should stay in, also because it's a racing game. Either way, having the hat backwards or having it forward, it doesn't really bother me. I think also Odyssey has it backwards. But this is a good one. It's still a reference, and this is one I would actually keep in the game. So my third slot I have picked is going to go to Wedding Mario. Now, Wedding Mario, I am genuinely surprised wasn't in this game. I think it's important to have references from Mario's whole history, especially with a game like World. I feel like a World type thing, you get the vibe of like all over, I guess. And Wedding Mario is one of his most iconic recent outfits. I mean, it has the amiibo, it was on the box art, and I mean, the whole thing of Ozzy being Wedding Mario is kind of iconic. And I would like to see it in more games, because unless it's in Mario Kart City Tour, Live Tour, whatever that one is called, the box, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think it's made anything besides Mario Kart Tour. I mean, it hasn't really had a chance to, but this probably was a good game to give it to. So yeah, that's my third pick. Fourth pick, which again, this one probably shocks me more than Wedding Mario. This one actually shocks me the most. Dr. Mario. Really shocked this wasn't in the game. Dr. Mario is one of Mario's earliest and most iconic, like, alternate outfits he wears. And I mean, we've had Dr. Mario, I think, on almost every system at this point, that I feel like his representation from Mario outfit doesn't get used as much as it should be. And it would really be one I'd love to see in this game. I'm also going on the mindset that if there's an update, maybe some of these get brought in if they give characters more costumes. And Dr. Mario is probably one I'd like to see the most. Alright, so number 5. So this one was a bit tricky because while I was putting all these together, I was also looking at like the colors, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to be a bunch of reds or a bunch of whites, because you see like Famicom, Wedding, and Doctor, that's three like really heavy on the white outfits. And I like that Mario has a lot of brownish outfits, and Western Mario would fit the slot for one. So I was kind of thinking, what would another brown outfit be? Explorer Mario. Now, he is actually from Mario's Picross, which some people who might not know think it's just from Odyssey. But this is also a really good outfit that I think gives Mario some darker and brownish tones. Well, I feel like for especially a game called Mario Kart World, and it has like exploration with the open world and stuff. Having an explorer outfit just like works perfectly. And it's a very fun outfit too. I enjoy like the hint of red he has, like for his bandana, I think it is. I think this would be a really good one to give Mario, especially just for how the whole basis of the game is. Alright, so for my 6th slot, now one thing I was trying to do when making these was not doing recolors. So like I didn't want to be Fire Mario, Ice Mario, Gold Mario. Like Metal Mario could kind of make sense, but you know, if we've had him in 8 for long enough, I think if I want costumes, I wanted to think a little outside the box. But this is the only one I feel like is a valid just color change really, and that's Classic Mario / Jumpman. Now, for me personally, I think it would be really cool if they gave him the black shoes and maybe a different mustache like he has in the original Jumpman art. Though I could see it being harder to like redo his mustache. So you could at least do his cap where it doesn't have the M on it and the black shoes, and maybe even how his overalls are a bit more rounded. But either way, his classic design, I feel like is iconic enough and makes the most sense if we're going to have one recolor. And it's the only recolor I would really say to actually put in the game. Slot number 7. Now this, man, I've been saying this a lot, but I understand they're making more original outfits because in my mind, it's like references make more sense. Builder Mario. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm a sucker for the Builder Mario and Luigi designs. I think I'm just a really big fan of the shade of like yellowish orange they use with the red and with the green. I just think it looks amazing. This is one of my favorite outfits from Odyssey as well. One I would use most of the time. So I would be really happy if he was put in the game. And I would have been really happy if he was one of the reference outfits. Slot number 8. So this is Sunshine Mario in the photo, and I would totally keep him in. I think that is a really good representation of Mario Sunshine. However, my biggest complaint comes down to him being shirtless. I think it's supposed to be more vacation style. But for me, I just prefer how he looks in Sunshine. If we're up to me, because Mario Kart Tour gives him his original Sunshine outfit, that's how I would like it. But if we want to keep some of Tour's originality, per se, I think we could even stick to a red shirt and shorts. Or something along those lines. But personally, yeah, I would just like it if it looked like Sunshine, just because I appreciate it more when it looks like its original source material. Though I understand why he looks different. And finally, slot number 9. Now this one, I wanted to get some sports rep, and I was thinking almost about doing, you know, Tennis Mario or Golf Mario from like Super Rush or Tennis Aces. But ultimately, I decided with NES Open / American Mario. This one being in Smash, this one being in Mario Kart Tour, this one even actually appearing in Mario Golf Super Rush. I think it's made enough of a mainstay, and it really pops. Where like Mario Golf Super Rush and Tennis kind of have the red and white. I think the red, white, and blue of this looks really good. And I think it's unique enough that it does stand apart from like Mario's base design. And personally, it is my favorite sports outfit he wears. So yeah, some bias there, but you know, that's also why this is my discussion. So, end graphic, I'm going to kind of show you here. This is ultimately what I would prefer and have, you know, kind of liked the Mario outfits to look like. Closer for this video. Honestly, if you agree with this list, that would be pretty sweet, but I'd also love to hear any other cool reference ideas. This video isn't kind of supposed to be we shouldn't have original outfits or original outfits was a bad idea. It's more of a what if, and you know, it leads into discussion of that stuff. So like I said, I'm not object to original outfits, but I kind of wish they looked better, and I wish some of the references looked better. That's my personal opinion. So I'm looking forward to making the rest of these characters. I hope you all tune in for each one I do, and I'll see y'all next time.